All right, a very good morning to each one of you. I'm so glad that you've all joined in. Miss Poonam, Pratiksha, Husaina. Chetna. Yes, Chetna, how are you? So lovely to see you after so long and seeing you all after so long. Yes,
Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
very good morning. Okay, I think we still have 5 more minutes before we begin. So you can all write down in the chat box what was your plan originally for Sunday morning? Was it to laze around? Was it to nap a little more? Or you had something planned out for breakfast? What is happening? Come on, put it up in the chat box, all of you. Very good morning. Okay, so I'm asking, what is your original plan? What is your original plan for Sunday? To enjoy, to relax, you have your chores in place. Great. See new faces? Yeah, that is Konika's plan. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Mother-in-law is here with me from last 4 days. Ah, delicious food. I can see that. Uh-huh. Yeah. The Undiyu season is over, but right? Okay. So, can we all put on our videos? It would be lovely. I think we shall begin. I am at my friend's house because, oh, okay. All right, Pratiksha. What are the other plans? How many of you are already on a vacation? Or you're still working at school? I mean, is the school still on? How many of you are on a vacation? No one?
No one on a vacation.
No one on a vacation. Everyone is working. I know there used to be a time when April was the month that we would look forward as teachers. It's vacation time, like children, like little children, we would wait. We are going on a holiday and come back. But now that has got changed, totally changed over the years. Right. So, a very good morning to each one of you. My name is Dr. Hidden Padaria. I am the director of Balaji EduServe, and we are here to present my new two trainees who have undergone an extensive train the trainer course. And today is their internship of offering their learnings over here in front of an audience, such a lovely audience that we have today. And it is such a pride, a very proud moment for me to have them, to have trained them, to have ensured that they have learned. And I'm sure you're going to see them, take up the role as a trainer very soon. But before that, I would just like everyone to share, to share what Balaji EduServe is actually and what we do over here at Balaji EduServe.
Ecology EduServe was born out of a thought that the knowledge, skills, and practices of early childhood educators are important factors in determining how much a young child learns. Early childhood educators must have a deeper understanding of childhood development and early education issues. They need to provide richer educational experiences for all children, including those who are vulnerable disadvantaged. They need to engage children of varying abilities and backgrounds and also need to connect with a diverse array of families. An educator caring for this age group of children are required to meet certain educational qualifications and receive professional development. Biology EduServe offers this professional development to these educators to enhance their abilities to support young children's learning.
Even the audio is not there. Huh? क्या कर रही है बॉडी बिल्कुल बैठ रही
Yes, so that was one diverse range of training programs that I have conducted. I think it's been almost more than 10,000 plus participants or teachers that I have been able to share my knowledge with. And I continue to do so. But along with me now, I'm building up a team with my program, Train the Trainer, so that any teacher who wants to move forward in their career, in their, climb up that ladder is what this course is all about. Because sometimes as preschool teachers, we feel that, we can just be a teacher or we move to become a center manager or we move to become a principal and then what? Right? So when we have those years of experience, why not convert that and become a trainer? So here we have two of our very dear Ms. Konika Dedia and Ms. Khushbu Rathod, who are here and they are going to present their topics today. First, we have Ms. Konika Dedia, who's going to be doing the presentation. Her topic is all about experiential techniques, how to use experiential techniques in teaching. Miss Konika is working as a curriculum head at Ikigai, and she has years of experience in this field now in teaching children. And she is very passionate, very dedicated to her work. And here is her presentation. Over to you, Konika.
Hi, good morning, everyone. And thank you for joining in on such a lovely Sunday morning. And few of my friends who happened to join in last moment. So thank you so much. Our today's topic is thematic experiential learning. But before we dive into the topic, I would want you all to quickly grab an object near you and don't disclose it. And we'll guess each other's object by asking questions that will answer into yes or no. Are we all ready? I can give you 5 seconds. Quickly grab any one object. It can be anything, smallest of small things, any common thing wherever you are seated. You can just grab. Just give me a thumbs up or something once you all are ready. Yeah, on the chat box is also okay. Yeah, great. So we'll start with Kinjal. Anybody wants to guess her object? What she might be having in her hand? You can ask. Is it pen? Somebody's asked you in chat box. Is it pen, Kinjal?
No, no. Can I
Okay.
give hints if they just
Let them ask. The answer has to
okay.
be in yes or no only.
Yeah, so I put Kinjal also on the spotlight. So Kinjal, you can just show it again. You can show it again.
You want me to show the object?
No,
No.
they don't have to show.
Oh, okay,
Ah,
sorry.
People have to guess
yes,
Yes.
by
exactly.
asking questions.
Ah,
Then she has to answer in yes or no. Is it a book? Somebody's written book.
no.
No. Okay. Anybody else wants to guess? Let me guess. Is it a pen? No, no, sorry, not
The
pen.
pen.
Earpods?
No.
No. Water bottle, spectacles. Spectacles she's wearing.
Yeah. Something
Pencil.
related to the spectacles.
Yeah. Now it's close enough. Anybody wants to guess?
No, not the lenses also.
The case?
Yes, the spectacle case.
Yeah.
That's yes, the spectacle case.
Next. Okay, since we are so many of us, I can, do work for 2, 3 of us. Um, who wants to come up next? Nilofer? Let's guess what Nilofer is having. Anybody wants to guess? Put it in the chat box. Nilofer, water bottle?
Is it a
No.
notepad?
Okay.
A notepad? No.
No. Any more guesses? Cup, book? No. Come on. Ajay, you can give one hint. Nilofer, if you can unmute and just give a hint, it would be great because not everybody might be referring the chat box.
Yes, ma'am. It's a case where pens and pencils are kept.
Oh, you just had to give a
Now
hint.
You give the
yeah,
answer.
it's a pouch.
Yeah, ma'am.
Great. So Gulzeba has guessed it right. Okay. Next, we can go to Krisha. Anybody wants to guess?
Your phone.
Krisha, you can unmute and answer. Is it your phone? I think she's not there. Anybody else? Fine. So this was a quick, icebreaker kind of thing to get everybody interact with each other basically. And yeah, so now going forward, like before we dive into the topic, I want to touch upon a very interesting word, that's neuroplasticity. Okay. And if you have heard that word, and I'm not sure how many of you know actually what neuroplasticity means. So it means that our brain is changing, right? Our brain keeps changing. So the more experiences it has, the more number of, repetition or something that you desire to learn something new, and our brain has millions of neurons in it, right? So whatever we have learned until now, whatever experiences we have had until now, our brain has created a neural pathway for it. Okay, that's how we have learned to do a particular task. You picked up on some knowledge, and that's how we are able to share with each other, right? So there is a neural pathway already formed in your brain. Okay, now if I want to learn something new, so new neurons are going to get connected. Okay. And for that, what will I have to do? I will have to give new experiences to my brain, to my body. Only then the brain will understand, okay, this is something new. And new neurons are going to get connected slowly, right? Similarly, if we want our kids to learn something new, to have a better conceptual understanding, we will have to make sure that we are giving them enough experiences that are going to build their neurons, okay, and help them wire them together and strengthen their skills, okay. It can be anything: their fine motor skills, gross motor skills, their critical thinking, their collaboration. Everything comes when your neurons are connected, okay. So that's why we do now. A lot of times we do repetition, lot of repetition in our classrooms. We sing same rhymes again and again, right? We sing Wheels on the Bus. Why? Because it's registering. The kids are enjoying. There is a lot of repetition in that, okay? And that's how the concept is also going into the brain. That this is a bus, and we are learning about the parts of the bus, maybe wheels and the wiper, the doors, and everything, right? So that is where you are helping your children to build new neurons and strengthen their knowledge. Okay. Now, let me share my screen. Yeah. I hope the presentation is visible to everyone. Yeah, you can just give me a thumbs up.
Yes, it is.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So there is this very famous quote that says, "Tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn." So this means if I want to learn driving, right? And my friend says, "Arey, driving is very easy. You will learn it. There are, this parts inside. There is accelerator, brake. There is a gearbox. You will learn it very easily." But will I really learn? No, because unless and until somebody teaches me or involves me, I might not learn. Now, if I find a trainer who is going to help me learn how to drive. Okay, he sits next to me. He makes me aware of the, interiors of the car. There's a steering wheel. These are the parts. You need to, how you need to use your legs and hands in coordination. Then I might remember those things. Next part will come when he switches the seats and put me in the driver's seat, right? So now what happens? Now I have to take the control. I have to learn. I am taking the control. I am experiencing, right? I am fully involved. I might make mistakes. I might learn. I might do better someday. But eventually, what is going to happen? I'm going to learn that skill, right? So what is happening? I am building my new neural pathways so that I can take up that skill and practice it and use it better in my life. Okay. So somebody might be learning swimming at the age of 30, 40. You never know. There are things which we all keep learning, right? That's how it also applies in our classrooms when we say that if tell my child, okay, these are the fruits: apple, mango, banana. They might forget going home what was apple, mango, banana. If I just tell them and just show pictures, they'll not remember it. But if I show them, now see, these are real fruits. Apple looks like this. It is hard. It is red in color. I'm going to show them real fruits. And I'm going to talk.
Sorry, Konika, you are on mute. Can you just unmute yourself?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was saying, now if I get real fruits in my classroom and show them that, see, this is how apple looks, this is how mango looks, right? They might remember when they go back home and they see those fruits at their house, they might remember, okay, these are the fruits teacher had showed us, right? But now, if I'm involving them in sensorial activities where they are using all their five senses to touch, to feel, to taste, right? They are seeing how the shape is there, how the fruit looks. They are going to learn about it. And further, if I want to involve them grade wise, if I want to differentiate, I might, touch upon the topic that if this fruit has seed, how many seeds? Is it one seeded fruit, or it has multiple seeds, right? That's how I'm going to involve them. I might, help them to peel oranges. So a lot of tactile experiences are going to involve. And then when the child goes home, he's going to get involved with the fruits naturally. There are many kids who might not eat fruits, right? But after this experience in the classroom, they might want to go home and try that fruit. So that is your win-win situation when you are doing this. Okay. Now, I want you to observe these two images and put in the chat box what are the differences can you see in these images. You can start putting it in the chat box, whatever differences you can see in both these images. Or you can unmute and answer, that is also fine.
So can I go, Konika?
Yes,
Yeah,
Princess.
so in one of the pictures, the child is just coloring the image of a fish, and it's like, it's just registering the outline of the fish, and this is the fish like, and on in the other picture, the child is actually experiencing with curiosity, you can say, like, how the fish is swimming in water, and when we remove the fish out of the water, it might
Yeah.
die, and if it's in the water, it will survive. So these are the two different things. While coloring, that child is not able to experience the actual life of a fish, whether removing out of the water and how it is and everything. So
Yeah.
I think the other picture will give them a clearer idea as to the cycle of the fish, swimming in water and removing out of the water and everything.
Right. Yes, Nilofer says first image is showing creativity, right? Mausam says imagination versus exploring. Chetna says they imagine about fish in their mind when they see. Right. So there is a lot of difference in both these images where the first child is given, this is a picture of fish, color it. Okay. And in second image, they are given the toys, the sensory experiences, and there are two kids here playing together. So there is again social skills going to build up here. They are going to collaborate. They are going to talk about, oh, my fish is blue color, my fish is yellow color, right? So there are more skills involved in the second picture rather than first picture where the child is, seen isolated, given a piece of paper to color and, left with imagination, how this fish might look in real life, right? There is no clarity for that child to understand that concept then, okay? Right? So now that's why we need experiential learning, okay? Because are we still using old phones, everyone? Do we use the same old phones? Are we driving the still old cars? No, we all have evolved over the time, right? We want innovation, we want that evolution in our lifestyle as well. So why not in education? Right? Why not bring it into our classrooms where we can, give impactful lesson plans to our kids where they are able to apply it in real life scenarios, right? The knowledge can be applied everywhere. Okay. So that's why we need experiential learning where you can create hands-on activities. You can give them setups where they can come and play without any instructions and then coming up with questions, right? So you are sparking the curiosity rather than giving away the answer. This is a butterfly. We are going to study about butterfly. So now gone are those days when, we used to come and say everything to the kids, right? Now are the days when we are going to, provoke their imagination, right? If you want to, if there is something different in the classroom, other than usual days, kids are going to come and ask you questions. And that will build up their confidence to inquire, to learn more about that concept, that willingness to understand what new are we going to learn today. Or, also in better retention, whenever they are doing something, they are touching something, they are feeling, they are seeing, when their senses are involved, basically, right? They are going to have a good retention of that concept. Okay, they are going able to apply it in their real life scenarios, right? And they are going to build all their 21st century skills along with it. Okay, let me share my screen. Yeah. So now, how do we bring that in our classrooms? Right now, we have seen about we have learned about neuroplasticity. We have seen why we need to evolve, why we need to innovate. Now, how should we bring it into our classrooms? So, our next step would be to explore, engage, and extend. Okay, these are the three things, triple E model that you can follow in your classrooms. If I may, highlight the first image. There is a garden setup, and maybe the concept is insects. Okay, I want to teach them all about insects. So I have set up an artificial garden where I have put insect figurines, some things, some equipment for them to inquire, like magnifying glass, binoculars. I can keep some real elements also, dry leaves, flowers, and etc. Right? And they can come, they will explore, they will see. They might know few insects, they might not know few insects. Okay. Then comes the engaging part where the teacher steps in and the kids, some questions kids might ask, some questions teacher can ask, to get the answers. Do you like insects? Do you want a pet insect? What do you think? Will this chrysalis, open today? So all those things where we are sparking the curiosity in them, right? And once the engagement part is done, the open-ended questions are done, they are done guessing, they are done exploring the setup. Now comes the extension, where you will extend that concept either into a fine motor activity, a gross motor activity, or any sensorial or language mat activity where the theme has been integrated. Okay, so now the learning doesn't feel heavy because I am going to teach them language also through that theme, right? And this is an and. So I'm going to add my phonics and my theme together. Okay, so this is the triple E model which you can follow. Similarly, if you can, now I can give you an example like, uh, one second. Yeah, why did I stop sharing? Sorry. Yeah. So when we are doing this triple E model, explore, engage, and exchange, we happen to connect all these skills along with that thematic experiential learning, right? We are connecting learning to real life. If you have an outdoor space, it's well and good that you can set it up there and there itself. If you don't have, you can create artificial setups where you can bring that experience into the classroom, right? You're making learning holistic. You're touching upon everything: language, math, FMS, fine motor skills, gross motor skills, right? Their social skills, creativity, 21st century skills, all your 4 Cs. Like they're getting creative if there is a sensory play or if there is a messy painting, right? They are collaborating. If it's a small group activity, they are collaborating with their peers. Yeah, they might happen to interact. Oh, this is orange color, this is red color, right? Then there is critical thinking. If suppose some sensory material you have given them, they might happen to, talk about the texture. Why is this sticky? Why is this so slippery? Why is this so smooth? If it's a sand or slime or Play-Doh, everything has a different texture. So they happen to think about the texture, they talk about it, right? And the last one is communication. So their vocabulary is building upon, right? Their concept understanding is getting stronger, right? And it encourages active participation rather than, gathering everybody and just teacher keeps on talking. It makes sense that we engage them into something meaningful, which is a small group activity or a one-on-one station, okay, where the kids are engaged. They want to do, they wait for their turns, right? And it builds deeper understanding. So, when you are introducing the concept, initially they might not know so much, but after all these experiences, when they have done the explore, extend, and engaging part, now when they go back in the real scenario, they are going to apply this knowledge, right? Because they have seen that butterfly in the school. Okay, they will know that, first it was a caterpillar, then it grew, it, made it its home, and then after 2 weeks, it came out as a butterfly. So you're giving that experience to them in classroom so that when they go out in the real world, they are able to apply their knowledge, right? So there's a small activity now which I want you all to do. You can choose a theme and create your own triple E model. I don't want the whole lesson plan. I can give you topics and you have to just make this sequence plan. Suppose if I'm giving you fruits, so what will you set up in Explore? What will you engage? How will you engage them and you will extend that topic? Just the keywords you can share. So in the chat box, you can do that. I can give you 5 minutes. You can choose your own topic. It can be anything, transport, animals, wild animals, birds, colors, shapes, anything. You can take 5 minutes of your time. Let me know if I'm going fast because most of your videos are videos are shut, so I'm not able to know your reactions. But let me know if I need to pause or slow down. Okay.
We can just request everyone to put on their videos. You can blur your background if you feel
And
that.
it's a Sunday morning, and most of them might not be in their very good position, so it's okay. We can utilize the chat box. You can choose a theme, put keywords in the triple E format. Like if it's a weather, a season that you want to introduce to kids, then how you will do it, right? If it's about marine animals, then how you would do it, right? Just you can write, explore, engage, extend, and you can put the keywords for that, right? Your theme and the keywords for the triple E. First, what you will do, then how you will engage and how you will extend it. Anyone wants to start putting it in the chat box if you're ready? Anybody stuck that they don't know which theme to pick up, I can help. Let me know. Yeah, we all are supposed to do this activity. It's not optional. It's just letting you know if you're just passing the time. You need to put your ideas in the chat box. How are you going to use it in your classrooms?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am, what was the third now? Explore, engage, and third one?
extend, extend. How would you extend that concept into an activity?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Nilofer put everything together in one message. Yeah, think more, guys. Nice.
Ma'am,
Chetna has written water, vehicle, boat. You mean you want to introduce the water transport to them, right?
ma'am,
And you're going to set up using a tub with paper boats. Correct, Chetna? Yes, Nilofer, you can unmute.
ma'am, suppose if you're taking the topic of fruits,
Yeah.
so we can give them real fruits to touch,
Yes.
then can talk about color, shape, size,
Yes. That
can
that is the
talk about,
engagement part.
yeah, shape, then smell, taste.
Yes.
We can add rhymes also on fruits.
Yes. How will you extend it into an activity?
In activities, we can give them the memory game. We can give a bag and we can put all the flashcards of fruits in the bag and pass it in a circle and ask them to take
Yeah.
out and guess the name. Means you have to say the name of that
Yeah. So you're
fruit.
integrating language and theme. Okay. You're going
Yeah.
to check on their vocabulary, the fruit names
Mm.
that they have picked upon, right? The
Yeah.
identification of fruit through their
Mm.
pictures, right?
Yeah. We
And
can
suppose
also
the
make them
same, yeah,
pretend play. Like we can make the
yes,
shop of a fruit.
yeah, fruit vendor, you can play a pretend play with them, right? Then if you have to integrate math with this, then how will you do an activity with fruits?
With fruits means we can ask that means we can play an activity of buying and selling. Okay, how much, or we can give the activity of counting also.
Yeah, counting is one thing. Then think about more pre-math concepts, size, opposites,
Big and small concept. Yes,
yes, shapes, yes,
shapes,
right?
sizes. Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, let me go to the chat box. Sangeeta has put aquatic animals. She'll set up using a tub, water, and aquatic animals. She's going to engage them by showing, touching, asking questions, and sharing facts. Extend his story of rainbow fish and deer trap. So this story will also become a part of engaging because there it's going to be done one-sided unless you involve the child into a role play. Okay, extension can be something where kids are involved in that activity, right? Where they're able to apply that knowledge. Okay, Sangeeta?
Sure,
Then
ma'am.
real fruit, visit to a fruit shop, fruit chart making in school. Right. So your extension can also be a non-fire cooking item, which is a great activity. Road transport, vehicle setup, zebra crossing, toy cars, trucks, tires. Extension can be driving role play and crossing signals. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So they are going to go when they go outside. They are able to follow the traffic rules, right? And they know how to use the zebra crossing, right? And what are the names of the cars and everything. So role play will touch upon your language, your life skills, your 21st century skills. Everything will come there. Critical thinking, right? Good one. Zainab has put colors, setting real fruits, engage with Q&A, and extension. The activity part is missing. Rhymes of fruits. Okay. So colors may extension you can do is like you have mentioned, you're going to set up real fruits. So you can maybe show them the real colors of the fruits inside, right? And ask them to sort them. If you're going to integrate math with that theme, you can ask them to sort. Can I get all orange color fruits in one basket? Can I get all red color fruits in one basket? So now you know you're doing color sorting also, and you're doing an assessment also, that if they have understood what orange looks like and what red looks like, right? Wild animals, domestic pet animals. Explore would be projects, zoo, farm, flashcard toys. Engage would be closed, open-ended questions. Close and open-ended, then you need to keep it open-ended. You cannot keep it closed, because you know that if the child knows that this is tiger, is going to say yes only. So you need to
Yes.
ask which animal roars. Then they might give you an answer, tiger, right?
Yes.
Extension, visit to farm, zoo, circle time, rhymes, right? Yeah. Okay. You can also add a gross motor activity. Since it's animals, we have a lot of animal yoga poses. If you know that, you can use a lot of music movement there in extension, where they can act like or walk like that animal. So it will again be a very nice, engaging, fun session. Again, when they go back home, they are going to imitate those actions back home.
Yes,
Seasonal
ma'am.
clothes, set all the clothes. Engage, find which cloth we wear in different seasons to touch and all. The extension part is missing here. So set all the clothes, then you need to set up those seasonal setups also. Like you need to show that sunny weather and then the clothes. You need to show a snowy background and then show the warm clothes, and the rainy season, and then put the rainy equipments like umbrella or raincoat. Okay. So you'll have to do that setup part, because if you just hang the clothes, they might not register it with the season. So season and clothes you'll have to put together, and engage, find which cloth you wear. Yeah. So once then they have been introduced, like if it's cold and we need to wear warm clothes. So these are the warm clothes that you can wear, like sweater, jacket, gloves, boots, and etc. Right? Then you can, for extension, you can do is sorting. Sort the clothes as per the season. Okay. Shelly says, wild animals, we can make jungle setup. Animals are also there. We can give binoculars to children and ask them, like, who is hiding behind the grass having black stripes. Yes, a great setup, where you are giving binoculars. Binoculars will come in your extension part, where, they are role playing to go on a safari, right? And they are going to spot some animals, and teachers are giving some clues that there is somebody hiding behind the tree. Can you find them, or can you guess which animal it could be? So nice. The one who was talking about fruits, a field trip to a local vegetable market. Field trip is very crucial part of expansion learning. Yes, absolutely. So whenever now, if you're done engaging the kids in your classroom setup with that concept, you can always add a field trip to that part, right? Which will give a very good understanding of real life scenario. Yes, Sangeeta, you have raised your hand.
Yes, ma'am. So I have a question. Now,
Hmm.
this extension activity, right? Extend, like any kind of DIY activity, art and craft,
Yeah.
will it fall into this category?
Yes, yes, yes. So any takeaway that you are making related to the theme will fall into an extension.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
because
you.
you're involving kids in there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
So let's do a quick recap, everyone. Any doubts? Just write in the chat box so I can quickly address them. Yeah, so we have learned how our brain is always changing and why we need to build new neural pathways, right? And then how we can bring that experiences into a classroom, so that we are making sure that our kids are learning something new, and it's connected to real life experiences, right? It's not just flashcard and one-sided anymore, right? Then we learned about provocations, how to set up and invite to play, how to spark curiosity in our kids, how to make them confident in asking questions, right? Rather than just giving away the information, which is, very outdated nowadays. If you want the child to, learn that concept and apply the knowledge, you'll have to make sure that you are sparking their curiosity by different ways, like exploring, like you set up things, you get real things, like if someone mentioned clothes, so make sure that you're getting real clothes to show them. This is how a sweater looks. This is how a socks looks. You know, they can even dress up and do role play with those costumes. So that will have a very impactful connection to their understanding. Okay. Then we saw the triple E model, how you can bring it to your classroom. So whenever if you're given a topic, if you are doing one topic for 1 week, you make sure that this triple E is falling in place, that over the week you are doing exploration, you are engaging kids, and then you are doing an extension activity with them, right? And how ultimately how everything like thematic experiential learning, it helps to integrate your language, your math, your fine motor skills, your gross motor skills, music, movement, yoga, okay, your social skills, your collaboration skills. Everything is going to fall in place if you bring this one approach in your classroom, right? And it doesn't stop here. I'm sure you can, keep experimenting with things and give more new experiences to your kids in the classroom, right? And keep learning more about, because this concept is so wide. I had a very short time to present it, but I am hopeful that you will get some takeaway to apply back into your classrooms today. One last key takeaway I want to share, that says, don't give children answers, give them opportunities to wonder, right? Which was the whole objective of my presentation, that nowadays we don't need to give them answers. They will come up with their answers only when you give them opportunities to think, to wonder, to be curious, right? Then your learning will not be, that heavy, even for these preschoolers. Okay. Any questions? How it works? Air is also needed for this. We explain them. Uh, I didn't get this. Chetna, can you please explain what you want to say?
Madam, I am explaining the water vehicles.
Okay.
For that, I am telling you how air also work.
How air transport you will do. Okay. So for
Yes,
air
yes.
transport, what you will do is you will set up a mini you can, put up a sky background, right? Some clouds, some skies, okay? And you can get cutouts of all the air transport that you want to introduce, maybe aeroplane, helicopter, or hot air balloon. And you can put those cutouts on that sky, okay? Just to make sure that kids understand that these vehicles fly only in the air. So air is like in the sky, so it cannot fly down, right? And basic, so they know like aeroplane goes in the sky and everything. Just you need to set up so that when they are coming to classroom, they feel like, oh, something new we are going to learn today, right? And if you want to extend it into an activity, you can actually create a 3D aeroplane or a 3D hot air balloon, right? A 3D helicopter where they can go inside and sit inside that and have a feeling and play a little role play or pretend play with their friends. Okay?
Yes, I
Yeah.
think.
I think I've extended my time. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining in.
All
Over to
right.
you,
That was really
Khushbu.
wonderful, Konika.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Before we start with Khushbu, I want you all to type in the chat box that one takeaway that you are going to take away after Konika's presentation. One takeaway. Come on, write that in the chat box quickly, everyone. What is it that you are going to take away? Is it the triple E? Is it the last statement that Konika made that really actually sit in my mind, that let the children wonder instead of giving them direct answers? Because as adults, we are so inclined to directly give the answer to the children without letting them explore. Oh, I can see the triple E. Uh-huh. So I think your triple E is something that each topic we will try to put it in triple E. Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. So basically, I wanted to give something which teachers are able to, directly apply and implement in their classrooms rather than touching upon big concepts and things like which will not help you understand how to implement it. Because I have also attended many workshops and I've seen people talking so much, so much, so much. But when it comes to execution and implementation, teachers are still left clueless. Like अभी ये मुझे
Absolutely.
पता तो है ये चीज है पर मैं करूँ कैसे मेरे क्लासरूम में. So I
Absolutely.
need that some framework to follow so that I have clarity when I am planning my curriculum or my lesson plans. And when it comes to execution, it becomes very smooth for me as a teacher to work with my co-teachers and my children as well, right? So this is one thing I feel like it's easily implementable. They just have to work on few things, write it down for all the concepts they are going to cover in the next coming academic year. And this model will definitely help them bring new innovation and new experiences in their classrooms. So thank you so much everyone for
Yes.
joining in. Over to
All
you, Khushbu.
Now we are moving on to Miss Khushbu. Miss Khushbu is a phonics and she runs her mental math classes for children over so many years. And now today she's going to talk about something really, really important after what we learned with Triple E. Now we are moving to something that we all say, time ही नहीं है. पता नहीं पूरा दिन कैसे निकल जाता है. I came late because there is no time. I couldn't attend the call because there is no time at all. Right? But there is something that you can all do. We all have just that 24 hours. And how you manage the time effectively is very, very important because as teachers, we are just not doing our work at the school. We also look, at our home front too, right? So how you can manage your time effectively is the topic that Miss Khushbu is going to take it over. And Miss Khushbu, the entire page is yours. Come on. I'm just spotlighting you. Yes, and
Thank you,
you're
ma'am.
yes.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm audible for
Yes,
everyone?
you
Yeah.
are.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. Hello, everyone. Good morning. And very nice session by Konika. And now you know what you have to do in the class, but how? Because the main point is the time, right? So first of all, can you give me the one answer? Have you all doing a race with the time and always times win? It's happened with everyone or not? Just give me the answer. Unmute करके बताओ या फिर chat box में quickly. कि आप बच्चों को बहुत सारी चीजें करना चाहते हो बच्चों के साथ में, लेकिन हमारे पास टाइम ही नहीं है. ऑलवेज टाइम हमारा चला जाता है. राइट? सो मुझे पहले ये आप अभी एक टास्क आपको दे रही हूं कि आप लोग स्कूल गए होगे, राइट? तो आपने बच्चों के साथ में जो कुछ भी किया उसमें आप ये रिकॉल करके मुझे बताओ कि आपने क्या चीजें ऐसी थी जिसकी वजह से आप टाइम पे अपना वर्क नहीं कर पाए हो. जस्ट रिकॉल एंड देन टेल मी. आई गिव यू 1 minute एंड रिकॉल एंड टेल मी. आप अनम्यूट करके भी बोल सकते हो एंड चैट बॉक्स में भी. Okay. So which kind of worksheets we can do it? It's sometimes if it is the coloring part or the activity part, we can do it by the group also. First one we explain and then do it, right? Very, very common topics comes which we are all faces throughout the day. Okay. So I get all the questions, I think. Okay. आप कलरिंग टाइम पे ये कर सकते हो कि बच्चों को एनकरेज कर सकते हो वन काइंड ऑफ टाइमिंग टाइमर अब लग सकते हो, चलो इतना टाइम है, इतने टाइम में कौन फास्ट कंप्लीट करता है उसको हम प्राइज देंगे या फिर हम उसको स्टार देंगे. एनकरेज देम टू डू इट फास्ट. Okay, so I think all are written, all the topics. So I like to share my presentation. Ma'am, can you allow me?
Yes. You can now share the presentation, Khushbu.
Okay. So first of all, this is the activity, okay? We have major 4 types of works in our school, right? हम मॉर्निंग 8 to 2 में हम 4 टाइप्स के मेजर वर्क्स हमारे होते हैं. एक तो टीचिंग होता है, फिर टीचिंग का हम लोग कैसे बच्चों को पढ़ाएंगे, क्या करेंगे, वो प्लानिंग होता है. एंड अदर लिटिल बिट एडमिन वर्क भी होता है, राइट? सो उसमें हम कैसे बैलेंस करें, आप इसमें आपको क्या प्रॉब्लम आ रही है, आप कैसे मैनेज नहीं कर पा रहे हो, कुछ आइडिया हो तो आप लोग शेयर कर सकते हो. अनम्यूट करके बताओ कि आप कौन से पार्ट में, मतलब टीचिंग पार्ट में या एडमिन वर्क में या प्लानिंग में, कहाँ पे आपको टाइम ज्यादा कंज्यूम हो रहा है आपका. यू थिंक ये पार्ट में मेरा ज्यादा कंज्यूमेशन हो रहा है टाइमिंग. ओके, प्लानिंग में यस. अनदर.
I think it's major in the planning.
Okay. So
Even in executing, ma'am,
okay.
execute the plan to the
Okay.
children as they don't set continuous constant. So to make them
Okay.
sit in proper way, and then we have to execute. So we make the plan, but to execute in front of the children in class, it takes time.
Yeah, that is true. So that's why I just told you, I show you, हम उसी के बारे में कंटिन्यूअस बात करेंगे. सो मेजर आप सबका, मतलब दिस इज अवर एक्चुअली टाइम थीफ. हम बोल सकते हैं ना कि हमारा टाइम वो चुरा लेता है. हम पूरा प्लानिंग करके बैठे होते हैं, लेकिन वो हमारा टाइम, ये छोटी छोटी चीजें हमारा टाइम ले लेती है, राइट? सो हम क्या कर सकते हैं, व्हेन हम लोग जब प्लानिंग करने बैठते हैं ना, तो हमारा, अगर फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल आपका हाफ एन आवर का टॉपिक है, राइट? तो आप ट्राई करो कि वो टॉपिक आप 20 आवर्स में कैसे कंप्लीट कर सकते हो. 10 मिनट्स आप बफर रखिए, राइट? वो इसलिए क्योंकि हमें पता है हम छोटे बच्चों के साथ में वर्क कर रहे हैं, राइट? अगर प्राइमरी बच्चे, जैसे कि फर्स्ट स्टैंडर्ड अपवर्ड बच्चे होते हैं, तो वो थोड़ा उनका टाइमिंग कंजम्पशन कम होता है, क्योंकि ग्रेजुअली दे आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग एंड दे आर मैच्योर, राइट? बट व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द लिटिल गार्डन किड्स, राइट, प्ले ग्रुप्स एंड बच्चे, सबसे ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम्स आती है प्ले ग्रुप वाले टीचर्स को, क्योंकि बच्चे बहुत एक्टिव होते हैं, दे डोंट वांट. और इसीलिए हम लोग जो भी वर्कशीट्स करवाते हैं, अदरवाइज हम ट्राई ऐसा करते हैं कि बच्चे को एंगेज करे, वैसे एक्टिविटीज कराए, राइट? लेकिन उससे पहले आप ट्राई करो वार्म अप एक्सरसाइज करवाने की. सो दे सेटल डाउन, ओके, एंड देन स्टार्ट योर वर्क. बट फिर भी वो सारी सेटलमेंट है. समटाइम्स बच्चे कई बार अच्छे मूड में नहीं होते हैं. दे आर वेरी मूडी, राइट? लिटिल चिल्ड्रन आर वेरी मूडी. सो उस टाइम पे हमें भी पता है कि हमारा वहां पे टाइम कंजप्शन जाएगा. तो इसीलिए 10 मिनट्स आप 30 मिनट्स का अगर आपका टॉपिक है, तो प्लानिंग फॉर द 20 मिनट्स 10 मिनट्स वो बफर इसीलिए रखो कि बच्चे अगर कोई भी डिस्टर्बेंस है या कुछ भी इमरजेंसी में एडमिन वर्क आ गया या कुछ भी हो गया, तो आप एटलीस्ट आपका टॉपिक टाइम टू टाइम खत्म कर सकते हो। वो आपको फिर हेडेक नहीं रहेगा कि ये हमारा, उस बेस पे आप एडवांस में प्लानिंग कीजिए कि अगर हमें कल ये चीजें, आप अगर आपको कल कुछ करना है आपको, राइट? एम आई ऑडिबल?
Yes, you
ओके,
are.
सॉरी। अगर आपको जैसे कि कल आपको ये टॉप, जैसे फॉर एन एग्जांपल आई एम टेकिंग टॉपिक फ्रूट्स, राइट? आपको कल फ्रूट्स पढ़ाना है। अभी हम किंडरगार्टन्स में तो पूरा वीक फ्रूट्स कंसेप्ट हमारा पूरा वीक चलता है, राइट? तो पूरे वीक में अब सैटरडे को आपके पास टाइम रहता है, तो सैटरडे को क्या कीजिए कि आप अपने पूरे वीक की जितनी भी एक्टिविटीज है, ट्राई के वो सारी चीजें आप इकट्ठा करके एक जगह पे रख दीजिए। और एवरी डे जब आप स्कूल लीव कर रहे हैं, घर जाने से पहले, आप अगले दिन आपको जो कुछ भी करना है वो आप प्रिपेयर करके क्लास में, आप क्योंकि हर एक के क्लास लॉक्स आपके पास, सबके पास लॉकर्स होते हैं, राइट? तो लॉकर में रख के जाइए ताकि एटलीस्ट मॉर्निंग में जब आप आओ तो आपके सारी चीजें आपको रेडी है, सिर्फ आपको अरेंज करनी है, तो वो हसल्स नहीं होगी। एनी क्वेश्चन? ओके, वर्कशीट्स पार्ट। वर्कशीट्स में ज़ैनब, कैन यू टेल मी किस टाइप की वर्कशीट्स में आपको ज्यादा इश्यूज हो रहे हैं? ज़ैनब, even though yeah, coloring, yeah, I'm already tell that, again I explain you, कलरिंग पार्ट में आप सभी बच्चे को, क्योंकि कलर ही करना है, कलरिंग दे नो वंस इनिशियल स्टेज पे उनको पता नहीं होता है कि कैसे कलरिंग करना है, क्या करना है, बट ग्रेजुअली दे नो दैट। ओके, सो क्या कीजिए, आप बच्चों को सबको एक साथ में वर्कशीट्स दे दीजिए या फिर ग्रुप बना दीजिए 5-5 के बच्चों का, एंड आप राउंड टेबल पे आप उनको बिठाए, बीच में आप बैठे, एंड उनको ये बोलिए कि ओके, मैं इतना टाइम दे रही हूँ, आप इतने टाइम में कौन फटाफट कंप्लीट करता है, जो जल्दी कंप्लीट करेगा उसको मैं स्टार दूंगी, या कुछ भी रिवॉर्ड आप बताओ उनको। ऑलवेज अलग अलग चीजें उनको बताना, उनको एनकरेज करने के लिए, तो बच्चे वो चीजें करेंगे, क्योंकि एक बार किसी को मिला ना स्टार, तो वो दूसरी बार डेफिनेटली करेगा दूसरे दिन कि मुझे भी चाहिए। और बच्चों में ये चीज बहुत अच्छा होता है, जितना उनको रिवॉर्ड मिलता है ना, दे आर वेरी हैप्पी कि हाँ, अब घर जाके वो दिखाते हैं कि आज हमने ये जल्दी किया ना, इसलिए मुझे स्टार मिला। इवन माई चाइल्ड ऑल्सो शो मी when he is coming after the school ना, he always tell me, मम्मा आज मुझे स्टार मिला है, क्योंकि मैंने आज है ना बहुत अच्छे से वर्क किया, मैं बहुत अच्छा रहा, वो सब कुछ। या डेफिनेटली वेरी नाइस चेतना कि आप ये कर रहे हो। तो वो सारी चीजों के लिए भी मैंने जैसे बताया कि आप अगर 10 मिनट्स का बफर टाइम रखोगे ना, तो वो आई थिंक वो आपको हेल्प ज्यादा करेगा। लेट मी शो यू वन अनदर थिंग। दैट इज 80-20 रूल। सी, हम बहुत सारी चीजें ट्राई करते हैं, राइट? लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं हम किसी ना किसी चीज को हम उसको कंप्लीट नहीं कर पाते। डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट। हम सुपर टीचर्स नहीं हैं, हमें सिर्फ स्मार्टली वर्क करना है। यूज योर, इवन दो एटलीस्ट अभी तो बहुत सारी टेक्नोलॉजीज भी आ गई है, वो सारी चीजें यूज कीजिए आप। उनको प्रॉप्स से सिखाए या फिर वीडियोस है, राइट, राइम्स है, तो ट्राई दैट कि आप इन्वोलेशन भी ऐसा करो कि जिसमें आपका भी स्मार्ट वर्क करके आप यूज कर सकते हो, राइट? अभी तो बहुत सारी टेक्नोलॉजीज भी आ गई है कि जिसके थ्रू आप उसको उनको हेल्प कर सकते हो फॉर द टीचिंग। I think I'm going very fast, or you all are understand what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, able to understand your concept.
Okay, okay, okay.
Khushbu, when you are sharing your screen, do not
Yes.
do side by side sharing. Do the full sharing of the presentation.
Okay, yeah, sure. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so now. Okay. So इमेजिन वन थिंग. अभी हमें ना एक रोल प्ले जैसा, मतलब कि आपको एक इमेजिनरी थिंग्स दे रही हूँ आपको मैं. आप ये सोचिए कि हमारे पास दो टीचर्स है, राइट. दो टीचर्स ऐसे है. हम चलो हम लोग ये लेते हैं, टीचर ए एंड टीचर बी. तो टीचर ए जो है वो उनको जो भी एडमिन वर्क या कुछ भी टीचिंग या प्लानिंग कुछ भी मिलता है, वो जैसे ही मिलता है वो विदाउट प्लानिंग कुछ भी, सिर्फ इम्प्लीमेंटेशन पे वो फोकस करते हैं. वो ऐसा नहीं कि हम प्लानिंग के साथ करें ऐसा. और जो टीचर बी है वो उनको कुछ भी टास्क मिलता है वो प्रॉपर प्लानिंग के साथ में वो एग्जीक्यूट करते हैं, राइट. सो टेक 1 मिनट एंड टेल मी कि कौन सा टीचर अच्छे से विदाउट वेस्टिंग टाइम और उनका ऑन टाइम सारा वर्क खत्म होगा, और वो प्रेशर भी नहीं होगा, हेडेक भी नहीं होगा, और वो रिलैक्स हो. परफेक्ट, राइट जैनब. टीचर बी. क्यों? क्योंकि वो स्मार्ट वर्क करेंगे, राइट. जो स्मार्ट वर्क करते हैं विथ प्लानिंग. आप हर एक चीज जैसे कि अगर आपका एक टॉपिक है उसको स्मॉल स्मॉल पार्ट में भी आप अगर कन्वर्ट करते हो ना, आप ऑलवेज, जैसे कि पूरे वीक का मैंने बताया कि आप हम प्रे सेंटर्स में पूरे वीक का प्लानिंग करते हैं सैटरडे को, राइट. फिर उसको डेज में हम लोग कन्वर्ट करते हैं, लेकिन डे में भी हम उसको टाइम के साथ में स्लॉट्स करते हैं. यूज द टैबलेट्स. यस, we can you finish on time with the proper planning. Yes, well, right, Janab. So there is a 80-20 rule. 80-20 rules में आपको क्या करना है, जितना हो सके उतना स्मार्ट वर्क करना है, राइट. एंड 80% आपको क्या करना है, आपको परफेक्शन पे नहीं जाना है. आपको क्या करना है कि बच्चे के माइंड में हम कुछ भी, हम जो एक्सप्लेन कर रहे या उनको एक्टिविटी करवा रहे, उससे वो टेक अवे कितना ले. हमारा फोकस परफेक्शन से ज्यादा बच्चे के माइंड में उनका कंसेप्ट कितना अच्छे से क्लियर हो रहा है उस पे रखेंगे, तो हमारा ऑन टाइम हम लोग वर्क खत्म कर पाएंगे. समटाइम्स क्या होता है कि हम परफेक्टली बच्चों को सिखाने के चक्कर में समटाइम्स हम इतना प्रेशर ले लेते हैं अपने पे कि नहीं हमें ये चीजें बहुत परफेक्टली करनी है, लेकिन उसका रिजल्ट समटाइम्स ये होता है कि बच्चों को वो उतना ज्यादा हम इम्पैक्ट नहीं दे पाते हैं जो होना चाहिए. जैसे अभी मुझे स्टार्टिंग में किसी ने बताया था कि मैम हम प्लानिंग तो बहुत अच्छे से करते हैं, लेकिन वो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन का जब टाइम आता है तो वो हमें बहुत टाइम लगता है. एग्जैक्टली exactly. ज्यादा प्लानिंग में टाइम स्पेंड करेंगे तो भी ये चीज होती है कि हम प्लानिंग में रह जाते हैं, इम्प्लीमेंटेशन पे हम फोकस ही नहीं कर पाते. यस. सो दैट इज अ 2 मिनट रूल. ओके, व्हाट इज 2 मिनट रूल? आपको आपने कभी कई कई बार ऐसा होता है ना हमारे साथ में कि अगर कोई चीज अचानक से हमें चलो हम हमारा क्लास खत्म हो गया या हम ऑन गोइंग क्लास में होते हैं, हमारे पास कुछ अचानक से काम आता है या अचानक से कोई बच्चा हमें क्वेश्चन करता है, वो आंसर देने में, वो वर्क खत्म करने में हार्डली हमें 1 और 2 मिनट्स लगती है. लेकिन हम क्या करते हैं, हम प्लानिंग के थ्रू जाने के चक्कर में उस चीज को स्किप कर देते हैं कि नहीं हम उसको बाद में करें, 2 मिनट का ही काम है ना, वो बाद में कर लेते हैं, राइट. लेकिन फिर क्या होता है, कोई मुझे बता पाएगा कि क्या होता है उसके बाद में? क्या मुझे कोई अनम्यूट करके आंसर बता सकता है कि अगर हम छोटे छोटे वर्क्स। यस। सो ज्यादातर क्या होता है, वो एक दो मिनट का काम हम डिले करते जाते हैं। वैसे बहुत सारे वर्क्स अगर एक साथ इकट्ठे हो जाते हैं ना, फिर वो हमें हेडेक लगता है। अरे इतने सारे वर्क है, लेकिन एक्चुअली हम जब शांति से बैठ के उसको एनालाइज करेंगे ना, तो वो सारे वर्क्स होते कितने मिनट के, 1 या 2 मिनट के। पर हम उसको लाइटली लेके, वो इंपॉर्टेंट भी होते हैं लेकिन लाइटली लेके उसको हम लोग इग्नोर करते हैं कि बाद में। सो ऐसे वाले वर्क्स आप ऑन द स्पॉट खत्म करिए, जिसमें आपको 1 2 मिनट ही लगने वाले हैं खत्म करने में, वो ऑन द स्पॉट खत्म ही कर दिए। तो वो हेडेक ही नहीं रहेगा कि ये चीज बाकी है। क्योंकि समटाइम्स है ना, हम लोग छोटी छोटी चीजें भी, कुछ चीजें बाकी होती हैं तो वो हमारे माइंड में रिकॉल होती रहती है। नहीं नहीं, ये चीज बाकी है, ये चीज बाकी है, ये हमें करना है, वो हमें करना है। इवन तो आफ्टर द स्कूल हम घर जाते हैं ना, घर पे भी हम काम भले घर का करते, लेकिन वो माइंड में रहता है, अरे ये बाकी रह गया था। होता है किसी के साथ में ये सारी चीजें। अच्छा संगीता, किस चीज के लिए आप बता रहे हो कि आपको एग्जाम्पल्स, विच काइंड ऑफ एग्जाम्पल्स?
So you said these smallest tasks, right, that can be finished right on the spot rather than piling them up. So I would like you to, elaborate on these. Like what kind of small tasks are you talking about here?
फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल, अगर कोई बच्चा हमें क्वेश्चन करता है, राइट, जैसे हम कुछ टॉपिक सिखा रहे हैं, राइट, तो बच्चा अगर कुछ क्वेश्चन कर रहा है, वो रिलेटेड टॉपिक नहीं होता है, राइट, वो उसका इमेजनरी होता है। लेकिन हम क्या करते हैं, ओके, आफ्टर द सेशन वी कैन टॉक एंड डू इट, राइट। पर समटाइम्स यह होता है कि हम भी हमारे प्लानिंग के साथ में होते हैं, समटाइम्स हम भूल भी जाते हैं, बच्चों आफ्टर द एंड ऑफ द सेशन हम भूल जाते हैं, राइट। बट थोड़े टाइम के जब बच्चे चले जाते हैं उसके बाद में, या फिर घर जाके हमें याद है, अरे वो बच्चे ने हमें वो चीज बोली थी, वो मुझे अच्छे से पता भी था, मुझे उसको एक्सप्लेन करना था, उसकी वो क्यूरियोसिटी से वो मुझे क्लियर करनी थी, राइट। वो चीज, वो ऐसी चीज थी कि जो हम 1 मिनट में कर सकते हैं। लेकिन समटाइम्स फिर क्या होता है कि वो चीज हम माइंड में रखते हैं, तो हमारा वो पूरा दिन वही माइंड में चलता है, अरे यार वो चीज थी कर देना। समटाइम्स हम एडमिन वर्क भी छोटा मोटा होता है, राइट, छोटा मोटा एडमिन वर्क ले लो, जैसे कि फॉर एन एग्जांपल हमें कुछ प्रिंट्स निकालनी थी, राइट, ऑन द स्पॉट प्रिंट्स निकालनी है, जैसे बिफोर स्कूल, दिस इज नॉट ड्यूरिंग द सेशन, बट हमें कोई प्रिंट्स निकालनी है नेक्स्ट डे के लिए, राइट। वो प्रिंट्स हमारी हार्डली थी 1 और 2 मिनट, 2 3 प्रिंट्स थी। लेकिन हमने क्या सोचा, ओके चलो कल मॉर्निंग में आके हम कर लेंगे। अगर वो चीज हमने नहीं की, अगर मॉर्निंग में कुछ भी रीजन से हम लोग प्लस माइनस हो गया, सट ऑल ऑफ अ सडन कुछ काम आ गया, तो वो पेंडिंग हो गया कि हमें वो वर्कशीट निकालनी थी। तो क्या रहता है, वो हेडेक हो जाता है, नहीं नहीं हमें ये चीज करनी है क्योंकि वो हमें चाहिए। तो वो चीज आप उसी टाइम पे, जैसे कि आपको आज हमने वर्कशीट बनाई, ऑन द स्पॉट आपने 2 3 प्रिंट्स निकाल के रख दिया, तो ज्यादा भी चाहिए तो क्या होता है कि हम उसको जेरोक्स प्रिंट फटाक से कर सकते हो, उसमें टाइम नहीं लगता है। लैपटॉप में से या हमने जो बनाई हुई वर्कशीट है उसको प्रिंट करने में ज्यादा टाइम लगता है, नादर देन जो हमारे पास ऑलरेडी प्रिंट है और उसको प्रिंट अगेन निकालनी है। इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेरी देन यू कैन आस्क मी संगीता, कि आपको ऐसा कुछ है जो आपको आइडिया आया हो कि 1 और 2 मिनट्स का वो वर्क है पर नहीं हो पाया हो।
नहीं मैम, इट्स ओके, थैंक यू।
तो दैट्स फाइन, इट्स वेरी नाइस कि आपने मुझे क्वेश्चन किया तो मैं एक्सप्लेन कर पाई। आई थिंक दूसरे जो है एजुकेटर्स, उनको भी शायद क्लियरेशन मिला होगा कि कैसे। सो नाउ इट्स फॉर अनदर टॉपिक अबाउट द टाइम मैनेजमेंट। ओके, दिस इज द टाइम टेबल, मतलब हम ऐसा बोल सकते हैं मैप है हमारा टाइम का। हम जब प्लानिंग करते हैं तो हम कैसे प्लानिंग करेंगे, तो हमारा टाइम जो है वो विद इन अ टाइम हमारा वर्क हो सकता है। हम ज्यादातर क्या करते हैं, प्लानिंग के लिए ज्यादा टाइम रखते हैं, इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के लिए कम टाइम रखते हैं। तो वो चीज से अच्छा है टीचिंग में हम लोग 50% रखें। मतलब कि हमारा प्लानिंग जो है वो ऐसा होना चाहिए कि हम 50% फोकस करें कि बच्चों को कैसे इम्प्लीमेंट, बच्चों के लिए इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करना है, हम बच्चों को कैसे सिखाना है, किस वे में सिखाना है, उस पर ज्यादा फोकस करें rather देन प्लानिंग। प्लानिंग हमारा हार्डली 30% टाइम में हमारा प्लानिंग हो जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि मोस्ट ऑफ द स्कूल्स ऑलरेडी हैव देयर प्लानर्स, राइट। सो हमें वो प्लानर गो थ्रू ही करना होता है। यस और नो? या एक सेकेंड। हाँ, या सो जैसे मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स वी टीचर्स आर मल्टीटास्किंग। एग्जैक्टली, हम मल्टीटास्क करते हैं, राइट। तो इसीलिए क्या करना होता है कि इसीलिए मैंने अभी स्टार्टिंग में ही बोला कि बफर टाइम रखो। आप जो प्लानिंग कर रहे हो ना उसमें आपका जो टीचिंग प्लानिंग है उसके साथ में बफरिंग टाइम भी रखो। आपको पता है कि आपका सेशन इतने टाइम का है, 30 मिनट्स 40 मिनट्स का, ये कंसेप्ट है, 30-40 मिनट्स का लैंग्वेज है, 30-40 मिनट्स का नंबर्स है, उसके बीच में हम वैसे भी बच्चों को ब्रेक थ्रू एक्टिविटीज करवाते हैं, राइट। सो सारे प्लानिंग में एटलीस्ट आप 5 मिनट्स का या 2 मिनट्स का, इट्स डिपेंड्स ऑन टाइम्स। जैसे कि कंसेप्ट, लैंग्वेज एंड नंबर्स है तो उसमें आप एटलीस्ट 5 मिनट्स का आप, कम टाइम रखो। जो आपका 30-40 मिनट्स का है तो आप अगर 40 मिनट्स का है तो 35 मिनट्स में ऐसे कैसे कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं, 25 मिनट्स में कैसे कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं। तो 5 मिनट्स जो है वो इमरजेंसी में अगर कुछ एडमिन वर्क या कुछ सडन वर्क आ गया या फिर बच्चे को सेटलमेंट करने में आपका टाइम गया तो भी आपका ऑन टाइम वो वर्क खत्म हो सकता है, राइट। और आफ्टर द स्कूल जैसे बच्चे चले जाते हैं उसके बाद भी हमारे पास 1 and 2 आवर्स होता है। तो ट्राई दिस कि कोई भी एक्टिविटीज या कुछ भी है वो हम कैसे स्मार्टर वे में, इजी वे में, इजी मतलब कि क्रिएटिव भी करना है लेकिन ऑन टाइम भी खत्म करना। हमारे पास ऑलरेडी समटाइम्स ऐसा होता है कि हमारे पास इतने सारे प्रॉप्स होते हैं कि उसी में से हम कुछ नया क्रिएट कर सकते हैं। वेस्ट में से बेस्ट जो हम बोलते हैं ना, वो हम कर सकते हैं, लेकिन समटाइम्स हम वो जल्दी जल्दी में करने में हम भूल जाते हैं। तो वो चीजें करोगे तो टाइम भी कम लगेगा एंड यू डू इट वेरी नाइसली इम्प्लीमेंटेशन। एनी क्वेश्चन अबाउट द टीचर टाइम में?
Yes, I think you can carry on, Khushbu.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next we move. Okay. Role play हमने already. Okay. So these are the tools. These are the very important tools which we are using to implement our time management, and it's our very best friends. ये तीनों ये जो मैं आपको बता रही हूँ टूल्स, वो हमारे बहुत अच्छे फ्रेंड्स हैं क्योंकि इससे हमें ना बहुत सारी हेल्प मिलती है। आई एम ऑल्सो डूइंग दिस थिंग्स बिकॉज मुझे सबसे ज्यादा स्टार्टिंग में मुझे सबसे ज्यादा दिक्कत जो आ रही थी ना वो टाइम से आ रही थी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में। प्लानिंग बहुत अच्छा होता था, हमने बहुत अच्छे से कैसे इम्प्लीमेंट करना सब कुछ सीखे, लेकिन द रियल वर्ल्ड विद द किड्स इट्स वेरी डिफरेंट। हम प्लानिंग करते हैं और इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के टाइम पे बहुत डिफरेंस होता है, राइट। सो आप यूज कीजिए टेम्पलेट्स। टेम्पलेट्स में आपका 1 आवर्स का या आपके 30 मिनट्स का जो आप प्लानिंग, आपका जो कंसेप्ट है या नंबर्स है, अगर 30 मिनट्स का है तो वो 30 मिनट्स का टाइमर। आप मॉर्निंग में 8 o'clock से आते हैं तब से अगर 2 o'clock को आपका 8 to 2 का अगर आपका टीचिंग टाइमिंग है, मतलब आपका स्कूल टाइमिंग है, तो उस स्कूल टाइम में आप कैसे पूरा वर्क करने वाले हो? एडमिन वर्क ले लो, टीचिंग आपका क्लासेस टाइमिंग ले लो, आपका प्लानिंग टाइमिंग ले लो, सब कुछ ब्रीफली टेम्पलेट्स में लिखो। पूरे वीक का ऐसे टेम्पलेट बनाओ कि हाँ मुझे इतने टाइम से इतने इतने बजे से इतने बजे तक ये वर्क करना है विथ द टाइम, एंड देन डू इट। चेकलिस्ट एंड ऑफ द डे आपका जब आपका स्टडी टाइम बच्चे चले जाते हैं, उसके बाद आप चेकलिस्ट चेक कीजिए कितना कितना वर्क खत्म हुआ आज। अब घर जाने से पहले वो चेक कीजिए कि आज मैंने कौन सी चीजें खत्म कर ली है, या कुछ रह गया है, क्या कुछ बाकी है। एंड स्टार्ट यूजिंग टाइमर। आप टाइमर रखो, हाँ मुझे ये काम इतने टाइम में खत्म करना है। यूज इट इन द क्लास ऑल्सो, दैट इज फाइन। आप क्लास इनिशियल स्टेज पे आप क्लास में अपने, देखो हम सिर्फ मोबाइल नहीं यूज करते, लेकिन हम सब स्मार्ट वॉच यूज पहनते हैं, राइट? वी ऑल हैव अ स्मार्ट वॉच। तो स्मार्ट वॉच में हमारे पास टाइमर होता है, तो इनिशियल स्टेज पे आप उस पर टाइमर रखो तो मुझे ये चीज इतने मिनट में खत्म करनी है, टाइमर रखो एंड चेक इट। थोड़ा धीरे धीरे इनिशियल स्टेज पे वो टाइमिंग के उसी टाइम पे आपका खत्म होगा, वो गारंटी नहीं है, राइट? बट ट्राई इट। जैसे जैसे आप उसको अपने हैबिट बनाओगे ना, यू सी द मिरेकल विद इन अ 1 month। अगर आप डेली उसको प्रैक्टिस में, मतलब डेली उसको इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करोगे, तो आप 1 month में देखोगे कि जो चीजें आप विद इन अ टाइम नहीं कर पाए थे, ऑलमोस्ट यू कैन डू इट। नॉट 100%, 1 month में हम कोई भी 100% वो टाइम मैनेजमेंट में नहीं आ सकते हैं, लेकिन एटलीस्ट 50%, 30% यू कैन इम्प्रूव दिस थिंग्स। या यू हैव अ टाइम टेबल, बट वो टाइम टेबल के बेस पे भी आप अपना खुद का टेम्पलेट्स बनाइए, आपके खुद के लिए, नॉट फॉर द मैनेजमेंट, आप खुद के लिए कि आपको आज क्या करना है या क्या है। और वो प्लानर भी, अब जो टेम्पलेट प्लानर है ना, वो अगले दिन बनाइए स्कूल से निकलने से पहले। एनी डाउट अबाउट दिस?
Yeah, I think there is clarity. We can move on.
Okay. Okay, this is the micro habits कि हम एवरी डे एंड ऑफ द डे, मैंने ऐसे जैसे बोला ना कि आप रिकॉल कीजिए कि आप आज घर पे जाके भी आप कर सकते हो ये चीज। इनिशियल स्टेज पे आप घर पे जाके भी कर सकते हो, क्योंकि स्कूल में बहुत सारा काम रहता है। आई अंडरस्टैंड कि वो मैं चीजें ऐसा बोलूंगी कि इनिशियल स्टेज पे भी कि आप स्कूल पे ही करो, तो वो पॉसिबल नहीं है। लेकिन आप एंड ऑफ द डे एक बार बैठिए शांति से 2 मिनट एंड सोचिए कि आपको कहाँ पे कौन सी चीज आज हमने की जो हमने बहुत अच्छे से की है। मतलब कि आज मैंने ये इम्प्लीमेंटेशन दिया, उसका टेक अवे बच्चों ने बहुत अच्छे से उसको उनका कंसेप्ट बहुत अच्छे से क्लियर हुआ है। सेकेंड थिंग कि क्या चीज ऐसी थी जो मेरी मिस्टेक थी, जो मैं ये अगर इम्प्रूव करूंगी तो वो बेटर वे में मैं कर सकती हूँ, राइट? एंड द थर्ड वन, क्या नई चीज मैं इंक्लूड कर सकती हूँ हमारे प्लानिंग में, राइट? फॉर दैट, जैसे मैंने अभी पहले भी बताया था, प्लान टुमारो एट बफर टाइम एंड डिक्लेयर द टास्क, right? Delegate the task, right? So प्लानिंग एडवांस में कीजिए। अगर कल आपको क्लास पूरे दिन में जो कुछ भी करना है वो एडवांस में प्लान कीजिए। आज स्कूल से घर जाने से पहले ही एडवांस में 2 मिनट बैठ के पूरा प्लान करके जाइए। इट्स टेक ओनली हार्डली मैक्स टू मैक्स 5 मिनट्स, उससे ज्यादा नहीं लगेगा, क्योंकि हमारे पास टाइम टेबल होता है, हमारे पास सारी चीजें होती है। सिर्फ हमें वो हमारे नोटबुक्स में या फिर हम जहां पे भी हम टेम्पलेट बना रहे, इवन दो अभी तो हम लैपटॉप पे भी टेम्पलेट बना सकते हैं इजीली, राइट? यूज दिस थिंग्स, लैपटॉप में टेम्पलेट्स बनाइए, दैट इज फाइन। वो अच्छा भी रहता है कि आपके पास वो सॉफ्ट कॉपी रहती है, तो आप घर पे जाके भी आपको अगर रिकॉल करना है तो आप कर सकते हो। हार्ड कॉपी लेके जाने की या कहीं गुम गई वो टेंशन नहीं रहता है, राइट। सो वो सारी चीजें भी आप कर सकते हो। इवन दो प्लानिंग के लिए भी आप बहुत सारे टूल्स भी अवेलेबल होते हैं जो उसको यूज कर सकते हो। दे कैन गाइड यू कि आप क्या किस हिसाब से आप किस तरह से वर्क करोगे, तो वो आपका फास्ट इजीली एंड जल्दी हो जाएगा वो सारा काम। So any query right now?
I think these 3 points are going to help everyone, right? So first, I think it was about planning. Planning is never easy. I would just sum it up, Khushbu, right? So planning is never an easy task, but nowadays we have our AI tools that can help us to plan better. But one thing I think what we need to do is when we are planning, we always need to keep a buffer time. Because, and when there is just one planning, there is also plan B, which all should be ready with. Because calamities never say and come, it just comes, right? So a plan B is always an ideal thing to keep it ready in case your plan A is not working. As Khushbu has mentioned about the buffer time, I think buffer time is one of the most important thing that we forget to keep, because in that buffer time, what happens in that buffer time, we are trying to ensure that everything is in its place, right? We try to utilize every little minute, and when we are not doing anything, we have our Instagram or we go into doom scrolling. I think that is also one of the major problems when it comes to time management. We lose ourselves when we are doing the doom scrolling. We think that it's just one reel that we are watching, but we end up spending at least 15-20 minutes. Anybody who faces that problem? That you think it chal na ek hi minute to hai, I have 1 minute, let me just scroll what is happening, let me just see what is there. Yeah. Do you face that?
Yes, many a times.
Many a times, right? Because that's become a habit of ours, right? And also delegating tasks. How many of you are good at delegating tasks? How many of you are good at delegating tasks? Or do you fear that if I delegate, it might take more time?
Delegating tasks is definitely something, I mean, we need to get used to it. But yes, it definitely takes some time when we hand it over to someone else.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes. Sometimes, so when I say delegating tasks, so it can see, I'm sure all your colleagues are already with work, or maybe you have a extra help in your classroom. You have an assistant teacher along with you, right? Even then, it might get difficult sometimes if the information is given half, right? But if there is a complete understanding as to, yes, this is what the work is, that is again, delegating also requires a process of planning. Without planning, delegation cannot be done, because you know that if I'm delegating, it has to go to the right person who will do the work. It shouldn't happen that you're delegating the task to somebody who is going to increase that time ke, "Arey, isse acha to main hi kar leti. I should have done it myself." That question should not come in later. Right? So you should identify whom you can delegate the task also. So that also requires a little bit of planning, is what I would say. Right? Yes. Yeah, I'm getting in the chat box that over time and experience and prioritize. Yes, prioritizing is something, one of the most important thing as educators we should be doing, because, and in that, I would say one thing, give priority to yourself too. Okay, as educators, it is very, very important to give yourself as a priority. Please do not miss out your coffee time. Please do not miss out your using the washroom time, because I know that as long as children are there, we tend to hold on till the end. Okay, you can call in help for that 2 minutes, right? So again, it has to be planned. So then, once you are okay, I think everything else falls in place. Am I making sense here to everyone when I talk about this? Yeah, to give priority to yourself. Yes. We sometimes we say, "Arey yaar, ye to ho jayega. We'll do this later, we'll do this later." But that is what I think Khushbu was saying, that later part, the 2 minute that she was saying, that 2 minute, 2 minute, 2 minute, we keep adding on, it keeps piling up. And then that 2 minutes become into a half an hour work, right? Okay, yes. Khushbu, any other pointers?
Yes, ma'am. It's the end of my things. If any queries or there are questions, that is fine for me.
Any questions, any
Answer
queries?
them.
All right, I think this is much clear. Thank you so much, Khushbu. We have learned so much, the 80-20 rule. What is that one takeaway from the time management that we just learned? Was it the 80-20 rule? Or was it the 2 minute rule? Whether it was the plan, delegate, use buffer time? What was it? What was it that you want to take away today? What is that one learning that you're going to start implementing? You can write it in the chat box. What is it that one thing that you're going to start working on from today itself and not wait until tomorrow? Buffer time and 2 minute work, okay. Delegation and buffer time, absolutely. I think that buffer time, we all need that. Absolutely, yes. I can see that the buffer time is something that we should be adding on to us. Great. All right, so that was great sharing, Khushbu. Thank you so much for giving us, yes, so much information about time management. I know it's a very big topic. It's a very wide topic on which we can talk about so many things when it comes to time management. There was a timing given to both my trainees as to they need to finish a topic in that particular time frame so that they are aware that when they now start taking their own training sessions, they know how to plan this up. So this was a trainee presentation by Balaji EduServe. We had a Train the Trainer course. So if anyone is interested to become a trainer and to know the journey, the path of being a trainer, this is what we learn. We learn exactly how to execute it at the end. So I think you must have seen that how my trainees have put across their presentations so well, and I give a big clap. I hope that you have all learned it as well from them, with the presentations that they have made. We are coming up with the Empowered Education Educator series as well. It's a 5-day learning. We are going to learn 5 different topics. So if anybody is interested, you can DM me. All right. I think most of you have my number. In case you don't, I will share it. Okay. I'm sure putting up in the chat box, you can connect to me over a call, or you can connect to me over WhatsApp on the number that I put up in the chat box. And in case you're interested to upskill yourself and take yourself to another level in your career of teaching, you can always connect with me. Thank you so much, everyone, for spending your Sunday morning, very precious day, into learning. I'm so glad that you have changed this, and you all have been a wonderful audience. You have been very interactive. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a lovely day ahead.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, bye bye.